So this is to show you the bread trick. I heard about this on the internet. People kept talking about using bread to remove pilot bearings from crankshafts, which is what I'm doing here in a 4.3 liter Chevy engine. And you stuff bread down the hole. And you pound basically a piston in there on top of the bread. I'll show you mine in a second here. You pound it in, and the hydraulic pressure from pounding that bread is enough to push the bearing out. And I'll take a measurement here. Right now I'm at 420 thousandths from where the bearing is up to this top of the shoulder right here. And I've been measuring slight movement every time, and then I take a little chew of bread off, a piece of French bread, stuff it in there, pound it in, and it goes a little further. Here's 420 thousandths right now. I'll put some bread in and pound a little bit more. Here's the tool I made. I took this bar, which was, I don't know, 400 and, no, it's about 600, no, it's 500 thousandths, I think, in diameter, half an inch bar. And I wrapped some tape around it because the bore of my bearing is 600 thousandths. And, you know, the tape takes up the extra room, makes it a little bit better piston. But anyway, I'm going to whack the bread right now with my hammer. I can't show you that because I don't have enough hands. But I'm going to take a measurement. It started out it's at 420 thousandths right now, and I'll whack it a few times, essentially bottom it out, and I'll take another measurement. So I whacked it about 20 times, and it seemed to bottom out, and now I'm at 340 thousandths. So it's, I gained, what is that, 80 thousandths, pounded it down there. So let's keep going. So here's the piece of French bread I just put in my mouth and got a little spin on it and got a little more gummy. Works better. Okay, I whacked it 40 times, and now I'm at 240 thousandths. So we're pushing this bearing out. I didn't even have to rent the tool. Okay, here we go. Hit another 40 whacks. 170 thousandths. We're coming up. You can see how much that bearing's come up since when I started this video. That's what the bread looks like after I take a little chew on it, get it softer, put it in there, stuff it in there. And I just kind of start it with the clean end of my little tool I made here. And you can see how it pushes back out under its own little hydraulic pressure. Then I flip it over to the other side of my tool where I've got a better fit because of the duct tape, and I'll pound that in. Here we go. Here we go. Hit another 40 whacks. Oh, look at that, we're almost flush. We're down to 75 thousandths. Woo! Almost out. I gotta say, I gotta hand it to whatever farmer or mechanic or I doubt it was an engineer, but whoever came up with this was brilliant. Way to go. We're now above the surface. I'm not even gonna take measurements anymore, but we're above, I'd say, 30 thousandths above the surface. We'll keep on going until this thing pops out. Still not out yet. There it is, Chevy 4.3 liter in my Silverado from 2003. That's about a quarter piece of French bread left. I'd say there's almost 3 inches of French bread used. About 15 cents worth from Walmart. And I got this bearing out. There it is out. Woo! Back in the studio, otherwise known as my wife's kitchen. There it is, the bearing on the tool. I'll pull it off the tool. And anyway, clean up my crankshaft, get the bread out of there. What a success. So there's the bread I pulled out of the crankshaft that was used as hydraulic fluid to push this bearing out.